You paid for an AI tool a few weeks ago. Be honest, have you actually used it since? Most people are burning $300 to $500 a year on tools they barely open. In the next few minutes, I'll show you three questions that will stop that permanently. And by the time we run this onto real tools at the end, one of them is going to fail the test in a way that will make you question every all in one tool you're paying for right now. You keep on hearing this tool saves so much time, and you think, okay, but how much? You also hear it'll change your workflow, and you again think, but my workflow is mine. Will it change my Tuesday morning? Since you don't know the math, you either subscribe to the tool and hope that it works for you, or you ignore the tool and then regret thinking, what if you missed something? Both are expensive. Think about it like if you've subscribed to just three tools you barely use. That's probably $60 to $90 a month, and that's about $70 to $1,000 a year quietly leaving your bank account. Not because the tools are bad, but because you never had a way to tell if they were right for you. The solution to this is what I call the three question filter. Just three questions. And it saves you from almost every bad subscription decision you're about to make. First question, ask yourself what specific task am I trying to take off my plate? Here's where most people get it completely wrong. The answer should not be I want to be more productive. That's not a task. An example of a task is I spend 45 minutes every Monday morning writing a status update for my manager. That is specific, recurring, and measurable. If you can't name the task in one sentence, you're not ready to subscribe to anything. Because then you're shopping for a feeling and not a result. Now, the trap over here is that every AI tool sounds like it will improve your life. And they really do, but vaguely. So, then the question is which tool removes a specific named recurring piece of work from your plate? Now, the second question you need to ask yourself is how long does that task actually take to complete? This is the question most people skip, and it's the one the whole framework depends on. You have to be honest. People wildly underestimate how long recurring small tasks take. That weekly summary you think takes 20 minutes? Pull out a stopwatch this week. Count the rereading, the formatting, the second guessing. It's probably closer to 40 to 45 minutes. If you don't know how long the task takes today, you can't calculate what you will save tomorrow. You need a number. Even a rough one works. Now, what if you genuinely can't measure it? Some tasks are scattered throughout the day, like reading emails, quick searches, Slack replies. For those, use a shortcut. Pick a normal weekday, say Wednesday. At the end of the day, ask yourself one question. How much of today was this kind of work? 20%? 40%? That estimate, even rough, is enough to start. The stopwatch gives you precision. The Wednesday estimate gives you a starting point. Either one beats guessing. Now, if you've made it this far, the next question is where everyone gets blindsided. Because what you think you're paying for an AI tool and what it actually costs you are two very different numbers. So ask yourself the third question. What will it take to make this work? Or what do you actually have to invest? Most AI tools are $15 to $30 a month, but that's only the visible cost. The real cost is that you have to spend maybe 15 to 20 hours learning the tool by going through multiple how-to videos or the tool's knowledge base. At even a modest hourly rate, that's a few $100s of your time invested before the tool has saved you a single minute. Now, here's the important part. The learning cost is upfront. You pay it once, and if you stick with the tool for a long time, that 15 hours spreads across hundreds of users becomes basically free per session. But, and this is the part that matters, only if you actually stick with the tool. If you spend 15 hours learning something, use it for 2 weeks, then abandon it, that entire investment is wasted. It's like you pay the cost and never collected the return. So, the real third question is, what's the all-in cost, including the hours I'll never get back learning this tool? Let me show you how this plays out with two real tools and watch what happens to the math. Let's take an example of Fathom or auditing.ai. Fathom is an AI meeting note taker. It joins your calls, transcribes them, summarizes them, and pulls out action items automatically. Auditing.ai does something similar. Now, run the filter. Question 1 is the task. That is, writing up notes after meetings, sending follow-up summaries, or hunting through your memory for what someone said in a call last week. Question 2 is time. Say if you're in 5 meetings a week and spend 15 minutes on notes after each meeting, that's 75 minutes every week. Question 3 is cost. Fathom has a free tier. Otter is around $10 to $20 a month. Learning curve is generally 10 minutes. Install it. It shows up in your calls. Here's where the math splits. Under free tier, break-even is 10 minutes. After that, every minute saved is yours. On the paid tier, you've got 2 things to pay back, the 10 minutes of learning plus a $20 monthly subscription. Here's a simple version. Your time is worth, say, $20 an hour. and the tool costs $20 a month. So the tool needs to save you at least 1 hour of your time per month to break even. If you're saving less than that, you're losing money. If you're saving more, you're winning. Now, apply it for your task. If you are in 5 meetings a week and the note alone saves you an hour per week, you hit the break even line by the end of week 1. Everything after that 3 more weeks of save time is pure profit. But if you're in 2 meetings a month total, you might save 30 minutes the entire month. That's nowhere near the 1 hour bar. So stay on the free tier, don't pay. Now, let's talk about another tool, Motion. It is an AI productivity platform. It bundles a calendar, task manager, meeting scheduler, AI notes, AI chat, and multiple other things, all in one tool. Pricing is $29 to $49 a month for professionals and small teams. Let's run the same filter questions and watch how the math falls apart in a way most people don't see coming. Question 1, task. This is where it already starts getting murky. Motion isn't built for one task, it's built for 10. Calendar scheduling, task prioritization, meeting notes, etc. Each one is a real task. The question isn't whether Motion can do them, it's whether you actually have all 10 problems to solve. Question 2, time. Let's be generous. Maybe Motion saves you 15 minutes a day on planning. That's over an hour a week, maybe 5 hours a month. Solid number if you can hit it. Question 3, cost. Here's where it falls apart. And it falls apart in 2 ways most people don't notice. Problem 1 is a bundling trap. Motion has 10 features in one. If we use only 2 or 3 of them seriously, let's say the AI calendar and the meeting notes, you're paying $20 to $49 a month for each features sitting unused. And here's the thing, each one of these features has a cheaper, more specialized competitor that does the same job better. Like I just mentioned about Fathom or Auto for taking notes. You can replicate 80% of Motion's value for under $25 a month or free if you're patient. The all-in-one platform is a trap. You're not paying for what you use, you're paying for what's in the box. And the second problem is that the learning curve doesn't amortize if you quit. As per the reviews from real users on multiple review sites, Motion has a steep learning curve. Learning is normally a one-time cost that pays back over months of use, but Motion has a high abandonment rate. Lots of people quit during the trial or in the first few months, well before they have recovered that upfront investment. If you're one of them, that 15 to 20 hours of setup time is just gone. No return. So, if you're someone who genuinely lives in their calendar, runs a complex project workload, will use 7 or 8 of Motion's features deeply, and knows you're the type to stick with a tool through a tough learning curve, it might work for you. For most viewers watching this, you'll pay $300 plus a year for a tool where you actively use 2 features that you could have gotten free elsewhere. So the lesson is when a tool offers everything, ask yourself how much of everything you are going to actually use. The math only works on a bundle when you genuinely use a bundle. Now, if you would have noticed for both the tools, we didn't ask whether the tool was impressive. Motion is impressive. The demos are real. That's not the question. We asked, does it remove enough time from my week to earn back what I'm paying? And am I actually going to use enough of what I'm paying for? One tool got green light, one tool got a red light. That's the framework doing its real job. Most AI advice try to tell you what to subscribe to. The math tells you what to skip. And skipping the wrong tools matters more than picking the right ones because every subscription you don't pay for is a subscription you can put towards one that actually fits your work. So, the next time anyone tells you a tool is going to save you hours, you ask 3 questions. What specific task? How long does it take me now? And what's the all-in cost? Money, learning hours, and the honest odds I'll actually stick with it. If the answer works out, great, adopt it. If it doesn't, ignore it. Save the testing for tools that actually fit your work. And the bigger thing, you stop being a passive consumer of AI hype and you start being the person who runs the math. That's the difference between a subscription that pays you back and the one that makes you feel current. If this helped, hit like and subscribe. And drop in the comment one task you're trying to take off your plate this week. See you in the next video.